Welcome to the July 1st Planning Board meeting. I'd like to establish a quorum for the minutes. Also, I'd like to make a motion to move old business up front.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All in favor? Okay, now my conditional use, I make a motion to table it till next meeting.
I second it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Correct.
So they got all those roads passed.
All right, minutes from previous meeting.
Do you want to note the
Yeah,
changes?
there's just, the only thing I see is that
You're on there
not
twice.
here. So if you just strike out my name as absent, call it good. I'll make a motion that the minutes be accepted as amended.
I'll second that. Oh, I can't. I wasn't here.
Oh, but then I'll second it. We took your name off, Judy.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any discussion?
Oh, same thing.
All in favor? Okay. Communication. VJ.
Yes. Okay. Well, I've got a couple of things actually for you tonight. Thank you for having me here. Maybe a quick introduction for folks that are at home. I think they've probably heard previously, but my name is Lee J. Feldman. I am your new planner for the town. I'm here on a part-time basis. I am employed by Southern Maine Planning and Development Commission, and the community has contracted with us to have me provide services to you. I think that as part of that, you'll find that I'm very hands-on. It's your board, and you need to make decisions, but I'm here to assist you and to provide you as much information as possible. So a couple of things that we're going to change up, I think, at least in the short term, is my plan is to sit up here with you so that any communication, any assistance during a process, I think it's easier for me to be here than it is to be down there, at least in the short term. I plan on, as projects come forward, you'll see memos from me that will explain the projects as well as any issues that may come from them, as well as what sections of the ordinance you folks need to refer to, so that you can research that prior to coming to the meeting on Wednesday night. That is my grand scheme. If we get it done, get it accomplished, we're doing a good job. And we have a number of amendments, I think, that will be coming forward to you over time for discussion and hopefully implementation. So I wanted to bring that to your attention, where it's my first meeting. But there's also some other things I wanted to mention to you. There's been a more recent conversation, actually as of today, and I know you folks don't like getting things last minute, but I can provide you a short memo from Gary. But Natalie Burns had been engaged and was somewhat concerned because back on section 2.08, which you folks had been dealing with regarding the setback variance issue, there were two versions that had been floating around, the planning board version, which you folks had reviewed and approved, and there was some issues from the Selectmen. So at this time, the Selectmen are not going to be taking action on that, but they're requesting, Chairman Dennis Abbott is requesting the opportunity to come before the board at the July 15th meeting to engage in some additional conversation regarding that before any action's taken on it. So I want you to be aware of that. So we will have additional information. I will have a memo coming to you for the July 15th packet. So you will have, you will be all informed of that as that comes forward. The other piece of information is that July 22nd. Please put it down on your calendars. We are going to have a boardsmanship workshop with Natalie Burns to go over and talk about process and procedure. Uh-oh, I'm getting the panic look. To talk about process and procedure as far as how the board should operate, information that needs to be provided to you, findings of fact, the whole gamut. It's not just for you. The Selectmen are being invited. Zoning Board of Appeals is being invited. So it's pretty much for all boards.
Is she our attorney?
I'm
Yes.
sorry?
Is she our attorney?
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. I apologize.
No, I'm
Yep.
new, so.
Okay. Yes, she is the town's attorney.
Same one they usually do?
As far as workshops or...
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, Natalie and I have put on joint boardsmanship workshops previously, and I'm going to be discussing packet information with her. So, yes.
You haven't been to anything like this, Judy.
Okay, because I've been to several
Nothing like
that
this.
have that title, all right.
Yeah,
Nothing like this.
Nothing like this. It'll be one-on-one. You'll be pleasantly surprised. Excited, appreciative, and all of those.
Glenn has seen a sneak preview.
What time is it?
What time is it? 6:30.
Here?
Yes. And I believe until we break for workshop, I believe the last thing that I have in communications for you is that before you this evening, and you've been working on it for quite a while, as I understand it, is the digital plan requirements aspect. A couple of things on that I'd like to bring to your attention, and I think we shouldn't necessarily rush into that. I mean, I believe that the information you have is very complete and very adequate for what is needed. I think the question really ought to be up for discussion, whether it's now or maybe at a later date, is a matter of how quickly the town rushes into implementing that, because it can get very complicated, and to what extent we want to gather that information. It's basically requiring that projects be submitted to us electronically so that the information can be put into the town's web GIS information. Because it can get fairly complicated, I mean, I think that one of the aspects is if someone's coming forward, as I've seen through some of the meetings that I've attended previously, if someone's coming forward for a conditional use, a lot of that stuff is hand drawn to some extent, and some people are not going to have the capacity to provide electronic plans in the formats that we need them to do that. Site plans, some of them are more sophisticated, and engineering firms are providing us that information, and engineering firms can provide us that data electronically, and we may want to consider getting it in that form for site plans. But most importantly is subdivisions. And the reason we want that information electronically for subdivisions is because then what we call is dropping it in. We can take that data and drop it into the tax maps. And so then the lot splits will have already been taken care of. Electronically on the GIS, but as well as tax map information. So you do have a draft in front of you. I think from a technical aspect, the information that we would be requesting of these folks is appropriate. But I would just think we may want to have some additional conversation about, to what extent do we require.
Here, go ahead. I said in the beginning,
One of my questions.
Digital plan requirements.
Yes.
It was in your
Well-
packet, Judy, when you picked it up.
I've got it.
It was in your packet
Oh.
when you picked it up.
I thought
I'm sorry,
we
it
were going to
is.
start off by just having
I looked at it, I
any
just
prop-
didn't remember
any
having.
properties that are required to get a survey would have to do the digital, because we got a lot of people, like you said, that don't have the capability at home or the knowledge to do this.
Right.
But if it's just, we would still accept hand-drawn for now.
Yeah, and
For-
I think we're
for
on the same
smaller
page.
projects.
I think we're on the same page. I think it's again, if we're requiring a survey, chances are that an engineering firm is going to
Correct.
develop a site plan, and that's fine. We can ask for that digitally. I certainly don't have a problem with it. The more data we can get, the better. But clearly, subdivisions.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was thinking
So-
about the, one-person lots.
Exactly.
We can still stick to the same
Yeah.
thing for now until we figure out how to do the.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
businesses in general would have to give us something digitally.
From my standpoint, it may not necessarily be businesses in general. Again, it depends on to what level of information we need and how sophisticated it's going to
Okay.
be. Especially starting out, I think we ought to start out slow. But what I'm gonna need to do is I'm gonna need to put some additional meat on this as far as where in the ordinances it's going to be, and there may need to be an introduction piece to it and whatnot. And I will get
Something to
working
do with
on that.
verification of lot lines and property lines,
Exactly.
something to that effect.
Correct. Yeah. So you'll see it again at a later date, another version. Hopefully, it will be in a form that's ready for adoption. But I just caution that, and I think Dwayne, you're on the right path. That we should not be requiring it of everybody. I don't think everybody can afford it or has the capability to do it.
And this is not really necessarily for building expansions. This is particularly for property lines
Correct.
or lot lines.
Absolutely.
Oh,
is what we're looking-
that's different.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's all I have at this point.
Okay. Okay, we need to table election of officers.
So moved.
Second, is that a second? So moved.
Well, did you move? Did you make it as a motion? You just said we need.
No,
I
I
think she
just
asked
said
for
we
a
need,
motion. You made the motion. We need a second.
I'll second.
any discussion? All in favor? All right, now I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
There's your motion. I'll second that.
Any discussion?
Nope.
All in favor? All right,